nature, the final frontier. These are the adventures of Adventure Man Greg. His continuing mission is to explore new trails, seek out new rivers to paddle, and make new friends, and to boldly go where no adventure seeker has gone before. Howdy y'all, this Adventure Man Greg. I just beamed down here to do my first instructional video on trekking poles. That introduction kind of got me thinking trekking poles and Star Trek, so it made good sense to combine the two. Well, before we get into talking about the different types and materials, let's ask the first question. Adventure Man Greg, why do you use trekking poles in the first place? Well, as you get older, your body starts to get a little more tender, so I actually use these for support for my knees. They're excellent for downhill, and also they help you with the uphill. So I never leave home without them, kind of like that American Express card. So trekking poles, don't leave home without them. So let's just talk a little bit about the trekking pole itself. As you can see, I've got a wide variety of trekking poles. Now, your trekking pole is adjustable, so you can set it to whatever length that you need. Now, the optimum length is to take your arm, bend it 90 degrees, and then that right there is the perfect spot for your size of your trekking pole. How do you adjust? Well, it's pretty easy. Some trekking poles have the exterior mechanism where you just cinch it down and it won't move. Others have a twisting where you twist, push, twist again, and you've got it to your desired height. Now, you've got this kind of pole. There's no twisting, no adjustment, but a good saw, and you can have this adjusted to your height too. So, what are the differences between trekking poles? Well, first difference is, of course, the material. This is aluminum, carbon fiber, and you already saw the organic variety, wood. So they also come in a wide array of prices, from the very expensive to the very cheap. About 20 bucks at Walmart. So it doesn't matter what your budget is. I'm sure that you can find a hiking stick that will meet your needs. Now, besides the adjustment feature, you also have different grips. Here's a good example of 4 different style grips. As you can see, you've got cork, rubber, and then you've got foam, but you said there's 4. Well, take a look at that foam and it stops right there, whereas this foam grip continues down the shaft. So when you're climbing uphill, you can actually reach down on the shaft and then get extra support for your climbs up the hills. Now, most of your trekking poles will come with a strap for your hand. Slide it through. Look at there. Can't lose that. And it also provides downward support. So it really gets you one with the pole. Another feature are the tips. As you can see here, I've got 2 types of tips. Now, this tip will come off, so now they're the same. Now they're different. That's a carbide tip that's good for digging in the dirt, so if you're in loose soil, that's good. But if you're on hard rock, hard rock, hard rock, that's going to slip and you could fall. Put on a rubber boot, and guess what? that thing's going to grip just as good as your tennis shoes or your hiking boots. So those are the different features of these trekking poles, or I call them hiking poles. Some people call them walking sticks. If you saw my last video, you saw Carl from Sling Blade. He kind of introduced the differences in them. So my recommendation is to go and try different poles, and who knows, you might fall in love with them too. So this is Adventure Man Greg saying, hope to see you on the trail. Time to go. So beam me up, Scotty.